give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Break that wall, let the spirit flow. I know you ain't done yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Reach out, reach out. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Browns going up against the Ravens.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Shifts past him. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Ravens have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Coleman. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
John Brown in motion left. This is Coleman trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The man in motion is Brown. Here's Coleman on the toss. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 52 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Smith. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now back to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Coleman, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 36. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing is Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on it.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 19. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. In motion right is Brown. They begin the drive with Coleman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Detroit!
They will run again with Coleman. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
No, check. Patriot! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go. Hey, watch in. Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Devin Smith with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Yardage here. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. He'll drop to throw. And able to find John Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Taking it right down Broadway. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff working And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down near the 34-yard line. The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play clock winding down. On third down, it's Coleman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Buying time to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Running left, here's Hyde. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Coleman has it here right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st down, Smith dancing to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
No, check, Patriot. All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for his third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, Patriot. All right, here we go. Blue landed. Gun. Set. Blue landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they try the right side here. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Over.
In motion left is John Brown. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard. Let's go. Check. Detroit. Green. Switch.
Perriman in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll toss it to Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. 3rd and goal from the 5. Maybe a little play. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving, get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll send Brown in motion right. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. John Brown in motion left. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Finding room at the 30. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards on the ground. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
In motion left is John Brown. John Brown, the man in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Around the NFL, they're in the fourth now in Green Bay. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. A win would be their second on the young season. And this one is right down Broadway. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down.
Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And it was the Colts emerging victorious. A win would be their second on the young season. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Ravens, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town.